Hi everyone, welcome to Rachel Pichler Yoga. If we haven't met before, my name is Rachel. Today we're doing a lower body focused flexibility yoga practice, and I am going to suggest that you have something soft just to use under your knees for one of the things that we're going to do today. I'm just going to use a hand towel, but you could also just roll your mat over, and as well as with this foamy cushion for the knees, a little bit of wall space for one of the things, the same thing that we're going to be doing later on. So find just a little bit of space to move, a foamy and some wall space, and let's get started. All right, you guys, so we are going to start at the very bottom of our lower body, the toes, with a lovely toe squat. So you can come onto your knees and start to tuck your toes underneath, bringing the length into all of those toes that you have. And you can just send your hips back towards your heels. You can keep some weight in the hands if you'd like, or you can come up, sit on those heels completely, relax the shoulders, maybe smile a little bit, and just kind of notice, how do your toes react to being in this position? Some people don't feel much, the lucky ones, maybe. And some people do feel a whole lot of love running through all of the toes, and I am one of those people, and I think that I'd rather feel the nice stretch than not feel the nice stretch. Awesome, you guys. So take this time. We're not going to be here too much longer. But just close your eyes for a moment. Take a breath. Let it all go. Forget about what's going on through those legs, those feet, those toes, and just take a breath. And then another. Maybe you can feel your body getting a little heavier and the stretch getting a little more intense. And you're just going to tell yourself that you love it. Nice job, you guys. And if your eyes are closed, you can start to open them. You can bring your hands back down to the floor. Woohoo! Untuck those toes. Give them a little love tap. Give them a little shake. Whatever feels good for you. Nice job. And you can just start to rest the top of your feet down on the floor, sitting back on your heels again, so you don't have to tuck those toes under unless you'd like to do a second toe squat. But if you're following with me, let's start to lift the knees if you can, or just lean back and see if you can start to stretch the top of the ankles, the top of the feet, maybe feeling this even into the shins if you're lucky. You can have your hands behind you on the floor. You can have them resting on your lap if you can keep your balance. Just kind of feel, what do your ankles think of this position? And can you soften your shoulders? And just take a breath. Awesome, you guys. And if you have your knees lifted, slowly let them come down. Bring your hands back to your mat. Come off of your heels. Shake out the ankles. Shake out the toes. There's kind of a cooling sensation running through my ankles right now. It's pretty awesome. So cross your ankles. Send your right leg out. We'll keep the left one in. Bringing your hands to your sides for support. Take an inhale, lengthen your spine. You can point your toes up towards the ceiling, and then add a forward fold if it feels good to do so. And just feel the length through the back of your leg, all the way from that calf and into your hamstring. And just finding the breath. Awesome, you guys. And using an inhale, slowly start to lift yourself back up. We're going to switch sides so your left leg can come out. Your right foot can find your inner thigh. Take that inhale, lengthen your spine. Maybe point those toes up to the ceiling. Staying here, adding a little tip forwards maybe. Maybe you don't have to go very far to find the stretch through the calf and through the hamstring. Just gonna see what happens. Experiment if you're not sure. You can always bend your knee. You can always straighten the leg. You can move the upper body a little bit up and down. And using an inhale, slowly lifting all the way back up. Awesome, you guys. Okay, now for the exciting quad stretch that we are going to do today. So the King Arthur quad stretch with the wall or the side of a couch. I've heard it also called a couch stretch. So something soft under your knee is ideal just for some support, some cushion. You can roll your mat over, just bring it right up against your wall or whatever you are using. So your knee is going to come really close to the wall and your shin's going to go up the wall and your toes are going to be pointing up towards the ceiling. So turn away, facing away from the wall, and then I'm going to do my left knee first. That knee's nice and close to the wall, the shin's up the wall, the toes are pointing up to the ceiling. And then you might just stay here with your hands down, your right knee down, and maybe sending the hips back towards the wall. Or you might feel like you can bring your right foot to the floor, and you can do that if you're able to get it there. But that's just going to send the hips back towards the wall a lot more, and you're going to start to feel that quad, hopefully. And maybe you're going to keep your hands down on the mats, and maybe you're going to lift your chest and try to bring your hips and your spine and your shoulders back towards the wall. If you feel like your glute is hitting your heel and it's in the way, you can kind of just encourage the heel out to the side just a little bit so that your glute can sneak in beside it and maybe come all the way towards the wall. Woohoo! So this one feels pretty awesome today. It's been a little while since I've done this one. I love it. Nice job, you guys. Let's just take another couple moments here because it did take some time to get into and it feels so good. Nice job, you guys. Feel free to stay just a little longer. I know some of you are probably itching to move and get out of this. So you can start to make your way away from the wall. We'll just take a second. We will switch sides in a moment here just in case some of you moved all the way to be by your wall or you rolled your mat over. But if you need to take a little extra time shaking out the legs, you can. If you were using something soft, just move it so that it's going to end up underneath your other knee. And actually, maybe I'll switch to this wall. Get the other view. So for me, it'll be my right knee nice and close to that wall. Shin up the wall, toes pointing up to the ceiling. Send the hips back. Again, you can stay here. It's a great place to be if you feel it. You do not have to bring the left foot to the floor. You don't have to lift your hands either. Just go until you feel the quad. You feel that hip flexor if you're lucky. You can relax and smile for a moment. And then just notice, where do you feel this? And does it feel good, or have you gone too far? Are you stretching all those tiny muscles and big muscles throughout the quad and the hip area? Nice work, you guys. Stay a little longer if you want to, or start to move if you want to. Gentle, gentle, graceful, graceful. Coming away from the wall, if you did move your mat and roll it over, set it back up to a normal place where it's all rolled out. And you can just shake those hips a little, Rock it out side to side. You feel that cool sensation running through your quads. Maybe. We're going to start to bring our left leg forwards, laying down the shin and setting up for pigeon. So if you'd like to turn over onto your back, you can definitely do a reclined pigeon or figure four. Or you can follow me as well. Laying down that left shin, sinking into those hips. Feeling the love through that left leg, that glute, that hip. Take an inhale. And if you'd like to exhale and fold forwards, maybe bringing the forearms to the floor, maybe the chest. Just here for a moment. So soften the shoulders. Breathe. Nicely done, you guys, just like that. We're gonna start to move. If you are on your back, you can uncross your legs. You can switch sides when you're ready. But if you are with me, I'm just gonna roll to the left side a bit, bring my back leg forwards, and just send my other leg back. So switching sides. If I lost you, just switch sides. Bring your right leg forward, send your left leg back. Sink into those hips. Take an inhale, lift the chest. Melt it down if you want to melt it down. Relax those shoulders. Nice work, you guys. Using an inhale, lift your chest back up. If you want to just roll to one side, you can. If you're on your back, just rock yourself up to seated again. We're going to find a wide straddle. So bring both of your legs out nice and wide. Point your toes up towards the ceiling. You can have your hands behind you for support. You can have your hands in front of you for support, but just sit tall. Add a little tip forwards if you'd like. Feel that nice inner leg stretch. How does it feel? Maybe letting the chest tip forwards, maybe skipping the forward fold and just sitting tall. Or you could even move a little bit up and down. Awesome work, you guys. Using an inhale, gently lift your upper body all the way back up. Bring your hands to the outside of your knees and help your legs come back together. Give yourself a little hug. Rock it out. Awesome job, you guys. You can find a nice comfy seat. Sit nice and tall though. Bring your hands in front of your heart. That is it. That is all for today. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. And until next time, namaste.